At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindset.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
They're led out by a former national champion at Ohio State, standing 6'4". It's Will Howard.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game:
17 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they had plenty of reason to be confident in their running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them, make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun, Howard.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Steelers first.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Howard. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Was trying to find Jahan Dotson.
3rd down here.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howard. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
A great effort there. His his second touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
The rushing totals for Dobbins last week.
13 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Able to slither by. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And a quick throw here that's complete.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run for the first time here with Rashad White.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the Steelers.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And the Bengals.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, but
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A little juke.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4,
nowhere to go. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fielded at the 33. Gets around him. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Good coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
On the draw, it's White. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Burrow looking to pass.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47.
Swift going to try in the middle.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Steelers, first down. First and 10.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Howard from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
4 yards on the pickup. Second
Burrow will throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
A gain of 2 on the play.
Now it's Burrow.
3rd and 4.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Howard. He finds his man. Complete. It's Fletcher. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Howard.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good for a Bengals 1st down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's completion right there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Yeah, he's got it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Cole Kmet from a yard out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
And tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Operating from the gun, Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Howard.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
DK Metcalf.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And it's the Colts special teams coming up with the big play. The punt is blocked, and they locate the football in the end zone. Touchdown! Wow! And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. Going to get this out to Chase. It'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Burrow. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap and a give to Dalvin.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll look to throw.
He connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down, here's White. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll set up a throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games?
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Howard.
Complete, it's Dodson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's 4th down.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
That's pulled in at the 32. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
The Steelers' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard.
A short one there to Farabee.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Howard.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
16 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on first and 10. Back to throw. Howard.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howard.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Oh, twisting away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And the Bengals first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Play action. It's Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds just short of midfield.
They run straight ahead here with White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Burrow.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Bengals first down. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Burrow will throw. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Howard throwing to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fletcher. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Howard. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All the option left, it's Burrow. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That's good for the Bengals.
He's going to keep this again.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
Now it's Burrow.
to go.
This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bengals 1st down. A gain of 14.
On 1st and 10, it's Dallas.
Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he bows his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Rashad White,
His 1st touchdown on the year.
and the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well,
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
McPherson on for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So now the Steelers down by 10, a little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Pushing his way through. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And the Steelers first down.
Here's Howard operating from the gun. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Cincinnati,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.